What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on BBBY stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we caught this movement to the downside from this point to this one, that during which this asset lost about 30% of its value. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you what news might drive the price of this asset higher, and I will show you the possibility of the upcoming short squeeze. And at the end of this video I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that this asset had a quite harsh sell-off. As you can see right here, from this point to its lowest point, it lost about 57% of its value. And I've told you at this very moment that we didn't have any bullish signs, bullish divergences on RSI. We had only bullish divergence on MACD indicator. But it wasn't enough for the prediction that we might have a trend reversal. And my main assumption was that we should land somewhere lower, probably to the range of about 30 cents price point, and you could start to accumulate your position below 40 cents point, and you might enter your position somewhere here with anticipation that we might hit higher targets. And I have to say that this asset acted exactly as I predicted. As you can see, we had this movement to the downside, and right here we have a decent opportunity to see the bounce to the upside. And let me show you the latest news. First of all, let me show you this article, and I have to say that we don't have much bullish news on this asset. And let me quote you the title. Dear BBBY stock fans, mark your calendars for April 26th. Bed Bath & Beyond is still teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. And the key bullets are following. Bed Bath & Beyond must file its Form 10K by April 26th. The retail must also complete its common stock offering by that date. BBBY is down more than 80% year to date. And let me quote you this. The filing of the 10K report is significant because the company must evaluate whether or not it remains a well-known and seasoned issuer. That designation will allow Bed Bath to act out on a $300 million common stock offering announced last week in the coordination with B. Riley Securities. In order to qualify as a seasoned issuer, Bed Bath must have a public float of at least $700 million during the past 60 days, among other requirements. Bed Bath implied that it does not believe it will meet the requirements. And definitely this is the scariest part of this statement, and let me show you what the company explained. Upon filing our annual report on Form 10K, which is due by April 26, 2023, we will lose S3 eligibility, and therefore we expect all sales made pursuant to the sales agreement will cease by April 26, 2023. If we do not receive the proceeds from the offering of securities covered by this prospectus supplement, we expect that we will likely to file for bankruptcy protection, in which case holders of our common stock will likely receive no recovery at all for the securities offered by this registration statement. So, even in their explanation, they stated that they cannot, probably they couldn't afford to hold, to stay in line with the S3 form, and they can violate this rule, and that is why the risks are extremely high. And let me quote you another potential information that might be quite decent for BBBY stock. So, on thestreet.com we can find this article that was published 2 days ago, and it says, how likely would a short squeeze be for AMC, BBBY or GME? So, and let me quote you this. Bed Bath & Beyond short squeeze, and let me quote you just the last paragraph. However, even with accounting for the short squeeze at the beginning of this year, short sellers are up about $100 million year to date. 64 million of that has been pocketed in the last 30 days alone. Since the vast majority of short sellers are in the black, and since the total value of BBBY shares held short is relatively low, shorts don't appear to be in much of a precarious position. A squeeze appears unlikely. And let me show you how you can identify the possibility of the probability of squeeze by yourself. If you visit the fintel.io and switch to BBBY ticker symbol, you can see that on short interest tab folder, the short interest percent of float is 19.34%. So it is a relatively high percentage with the possibility of short squeeze, but we have to analyze more data. Right here you can see the availability of shares that might be shorted, and 1 hour ago, as you can see, this asset had about 4.3 million shares available for shorting. Definitely it is more than enough to cover the shorts, and basically it is not so likely that this asset might experience a short squeeze somewhere soon. And let me show you that the short borrow fee rate is quite high, 67.64%, and this percentage shows how expensive might be the short position for short sellers. And definitely the higher this number is, the more money should pay short sellers to hold their position. And definitely this number is very high, but the availability for shares pretty much eliminating this number. And that is why I don't think that we might see the short squeeze, and we cannot rely on it. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, definitely this asset is extremely risky right now, because even their C executives don't know whether or not they will file a bankruptcy, or they will be a legit company that will continue its work. But right here, definitely we have an opportunity to see the short squeeze, because on multiple time frames, on hourly time frame, we can clearly identify the bullish divergence. We can see the lower lows on price action with the higher lows on RSI. On 2 hours time frame, let me show you, we have pretty much the same pattern. On 3 hours time frame, again, almost the same pattern. On top of that, this asset is at extremely low levels in general on RSI. And 4 hours time frame, pretty much the same, low, extremely low RSI at 20.67 and bullish divergence as well. This means even from the technical standpoint alone, we have this possibility. And when we can see this type of curvature, especially with the higher volume and the higher green volume, as you can see right here, let me delete this tool, I don't need it right now, we have an opportunity to see the trend reversal in upcoming sessions. And this will be the pure dead cat bounce without the major news. And definitely, if you want to enter your position, be sure that you put your stop loss slightly below this bottom, because in my opinion right now we have less likely outcome that this asset will have one more leg to the downside. Most likely with this candle and with this volume, we might see the movement to the upside. And where we might land? First of all, if I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool, let me show you this movement in details. If I pull it from its recent swing high, from its latest point when it was at around 82 cents, 82.4 cents, to its lowest point, we have following levels. And with anticipation of the dead cat bounce somewhere in the range in between 0.236 and 0.382, we might have, let me show it to you, from this point, we might have about 26% of upside potential to the first price target and up to 45% to the second price target. With the tight stop loss of about 7 or even 8%, we might have almost 4 to 1 to the first price target and almost 6 to 1 to the second price target. And definitely, this asset, I have to say that this asset is extremely risky. And if you cannot handle the movement to the downside, or if you don't set up your stop loss order, please do not enter any of your position with this asset. Because right now we have not so many technical signs of the bounce, and we have to rely only on their fundamentals, only on their ability to be a legit company, to collect this stock offering. And with this case, definitely we might see some kind of bounce to the upside. But with the dilution of the existing shareholders, definitely it should go lower in general. That is why just be cautious. So I think from the technical standpoint, that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up.